These are dominoes. You will notice that each domino has two sides, and on each side we have some dots that are referred to as pips. One of the ways in which we can use the dominoes is to help us create numerical sequences. We can create sequences for addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Let's take a domino. Here's one here. It has a 4 and it has a 7. Let's say we want to use that to create a numerical sequence. So we know that in the sequence we're going to have a 4 and we're going to have a 7. And we want an addition sequence. So what I could do is I could start with a 4, and then 7 is the next one. And I know that if this is an addition sequence, I have added 3 to get from 4 to 7. So then I would continue. So add 3 gives me 10. Add 3 gives me 13. Add 3 gives me 16, and so on. Now I could also use it for subtraction. Now if I use it for subtraction, I'm going to think this way, and this is going to be a numerical sequence that is going down. So I just need to make sure this is somewhere in my sequence. So what I could do is I could start with 16 and I could subtract 3 because that's the difference between these. Go down to 10, and then here's my 7, here's my 4, and I could go down one more. So this is a subtraction sequence. Now let's say I want a multiplication sequence. So I'm going to take a different domino where the relationship between the two numbers lends itself really well to multiplication. So here I have 2, and here I have 4. And I know that 4 is a multiple of 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. So I could create a multiplication numerical sequence where I could start with 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32, and I could continue on from there. So here's one way in which we can use the dominoes to help us with writing numerical sequences.